The Green Bay Packers may have a franchise quarterback in Jordan Love, and I'm a big Jordan Love fan. And on the back half of the season, the kid has been phenomenal, dealing with all the injuries on the offensive side of things. And Coach LaFleur is a decent head coach in the NFL, and he does have some play calls that make you scratch your head. But overall, I think that him and Jordan Love will have a very good connection for the next couple of years. But Joe Barry, he's got to go. Joe Barry is a horrible defensive coordinator for this team. There is no way that Baker Mayfield should have had 4 passing touchdowns against this defense. And I understand they've been dealing with injuries, but you look throughout this entire season, the defense, when it matters the most, does not step up with this team. And it's not the players. They have the personnel at times. There is no reason that Tommy DeVito, an undrafted free agent, should have the Giants in field goal range within 3 plays. It took him 3 plays to march up and down the field like it was no tomorrow against that team. And that's unfortunate for the Green Bay Packers. This is a Packers defense that cannot stop the run. They have the 3rd worst rushing defense in the NFL. And yes, they're dealing with injuries every single week, it seems like, but it just comes down to the game plan adjustments from Joe Barry and the lack of adjustments after halftime. He is getting exposed on the next level with this team on the back half of this season. And Joe Barry has never been a good defensive coordinator in the NFL. He was the same defensive coordinator that was on that Detroit Lions team a couple of years ago when they couldn't even win a football game. So why is he still in the NFL? That is something that I will never understand about this league. You have coaches that have failed horribly multiple times in the past, but yet they still get jobs. It's not like he's a defensive consultant. It's not like he's a position groups guy. He's the main defensive play caller for this team. So they get what they deserve right now. Coach LaFleur should have never hired this guy to be the defensive coordinator with this team. He is terrible and he is awful. And I look at this with Jordan Love as well. It's hard for him to go out there and put up the numbers that he's putting up right now and to try to carry this offense. He has 25 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. But you look at it, most weeks, A.J. Dillon's either dealing with an injury or it's Aaron Jones dealing with an injury. Christian Watson can never stay healthy. Even to last season, the kid couldn't stay healthy. And this season, right when he started to get things going, it's another hamstring injury. He had a very good game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and he went out late in the game with a hamstring injury. He has 422 receiving yards on the season and 5 touchdowns. He has all-world potential to be one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. He has the size, the speed. He even has the hands right now, but he can't stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, he can be a true number 1 with this team. Jaden Reed is a good wide receiver with this team, and he's been the most clutch wide receiver with this team this season. 592 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. And Romeo Doubs is a very good wide receiver as well. He doesn't get his credit. 7 touchdowns on the season and 567 receiving yards on the season. Health has hurt this team a lot down the stretch, but it's also the play calling from Joe Barry and the lack of adjustments after halftime and in-game adjustments. There is no reason to why you have defensive talent like Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Preston Smith, and Devondre Campbell, and you can't stop the run. You have very good defensive talent on that side of the ball, and they can't stop the run. I like Lucas Van Ness as well. He has 3 sacks on the season. He's a very good rotational pass rusher with this team. I expect for him to get better as his career progresses with this team. And the secondary has been dealing with injuries. Jair Alexander, for this season, can't stay healthy, but when he's on the field, he's a very good corner. They have good talent on the defensive end. It's not always the injuries with this team. It's the play calling. And play calling has let this team down in the back half of this season. It's a shame because Jordan Love has become that star quarterback that they were hoping that he could become on the back half of the season. Early on, he wasn't looking the best. He had a couple off games. He'll have a lot of inconsistent throws. Now he's been on the money. They went out and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Early in the season, they had a huge come from behind victory against the New Orleans Saints. So the kid has the talent, and that was even when the offense was dealing with a lot of injuries. He has the arm, he has the vision, and he has the makeup to be the next best quarterback with this team. I'm not saying that he's going to be the next Aaron Rodgers, but the Green Bay Packers are going to be in good hands with Jordan Love. But as long as Joe Barry is on the coaching staff of this team, they're never going to be able to get over the hump. They have to let him go after this season. Let him finish out the season because Coach LaFleur is a very patient guy. Let him finish out the season, go get a brand new defensive coordinator with this team, and also get another 2 to 3 big bodies up front that could be rotational depth pieces just in case guys go down. Stop that run because the secondary, even with the inconsistencies, because of the players being in and out of the lineup, they're still a very solid bunch. But let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Green Bay Packers and can they turn things around late in this season. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, when each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.